Hey, it's Domain Dave from CheapWineFinder.com. Like always, don't know how many of these podcasts up for value price wines talking about it we've done already, or never check because there's always the next one. This one is one of my favorites in a while. I'm going to take a sip right off front. I usually wait a while. It's $9.99 at Trader Joe's. It's called Table, and I've got it labeled as Table Santa Barbara Red 2024. It's from Santa Barbara at the AVA, which is about an hour north of Los Angeles. It would be a place that it's in the like the most southern part of the Central Coast AVA. And it would be a place that you really couldn't get wine from. It'd be too hot. But it kind of, as a little bit of a trick of geography, part of it kind of juts out. Not a peninsula or anything, just kind of jets out a little bit. So you have the cold Pacific Ocean on three sides. And in that area, they do really high-end Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. And then when you go back into the mountain valleys and the foothills, it gets a little warmer. Actually, this wine is 14.7 on the alcohol. That's getting up there, but it doesn't taste it. So it's a very interesting place that's kind of complex, and when they're not growing Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, which is from Burgundy, they're doing Southern Rhone Valley. And this table, and there are no, well, I guess I can't say there are no table wines in the United States. All the wines in the United States are table wines, from the most expensive $500 ones to the $395 ones. In Europe, there's classifications. I mean, you got table wine, you got Vin de Pays, IGP, AOC, Grand Cru. There's all sorts of classifications, designations. And what this wine is, but though it tastes too good to be that, is an homage to the kind of red wines that people in France, the old school ones who have wine with lunch and wine with dinner, drink every day. It's supposed to be, well, this is $9.99, $10 a bottle nowadays. That's kind of in the ballpark. And this one is, what is it? It's a mix of Mourvedre and Grenache, mostly Syrah, Carignan, Grenache. I mean, it's three of the grapes in the GSM blend plus Carignan. Let's take another sip. This is a wine from Field Recordings. Field Recordings is from Paso Robles. They were some of the. There was a group of winemakers who put life into Central Coast wine and put them on the map. And the man behind, I got all the links and everything on the website, so where that thing is. What he did was he was a vineyard hand. I mean, he would go in the back roads along the coastal California, and vineyards are in places they should be. I mean, you can't put them everywhere, but where they should be, he would go to that land, go where there is fog in the morning. Sometimes it gets too hot, but if you got morning fog that doesn't burn off till noon, well, then the sun can't get to those grapes until noon, rather than then it's hitting them sunrise to sunset. And where the soil is going to have a little sloping ground, where if it does rain, the soil is going to go through it and not spool around everything. So that's where he came from. He would find these old, kind of forgotten vineyards. Maybe Grandpa wasn't around anymore and the kids really weren't into it. I'll take another sip. It's spicy. And he would talk to him, say, hey, listen, I'll get this vineyard back in shape. Then you give me a contract and I can get grapes out of here, for X amount of time or whatever. And that's what he did. And so Field Recordings, and that's also a play on, this is these wines are a statement of what's that vineyard says about the grapes and the wine and all that. And then there is the people who went around in the 20s and 30s recording. They would record old Indians singing their songs and go to Appalachia and get the old Appalachian folk tunes, and they would get the bluesmen. We know about the bluesman, Robert Johnson. I mean, you can go out and on Spotify and get Robert Johnson's field recordings where he kind of set the standard for what the blues are. And they took that name. So they kind of have some fun with the names. And field recording wines are kind of uncompromising. They do what they do, and they do it well. And they also have Happy Valley wines from Trader Joe's, which Happy Valley is an AVA in Santa Barbara. That's another $10 wines where they have these kind of interesting $10 wines from field recording, which are a high-end, very high-end, not expensive, but high-end winery. You know, we used to get Trader Joe's would get Bronco wines, which made it as cheap as possible. Good wines, but cheap. These are really good wines that are at a bargain price. I'm going to take another sip. There's a ingredients thing in the back. It says grapes, sulfur dioxide. And if you want to know what sulfur dioxide is, because it sounds terrible, sulfur dioxide stops the wine from oxidizing, makes it go back, and it kills bacteria in the bottle. So you can decide for yourself if you don't want sulfur dioxide, do you want bacteria? And because this is a food product, so do you want, what do you want? Bacteria or sulfur dioxide? So I get my hand up for sulfur dioxide. And that's great. They don't add things to it. This is kind of a cool wine. They use natural yeast. That's the yeast that float around the air. They don't add yeast to it. Not that adding yeast is a bad thing. It's kind of, adding yeast is kind of what makes Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand and everywhere else really good, because you can bring different yeast to get out different flavors and make them more complex than they normally would be. But here we got a Rhone Valley. Got the glass in my hand, so I had to sip. It's a liter. It's not 750 milliliters. This is a full liter. So you're getting a bargain. And they're saying it's a table wine, and it's not really. This is a wine that you could have with a steak. You could have, if you're having a cookout, you're having barbecue chicken, you're having pork chops, whatever. This thing would just rock. You know, mostly this is an homage to a French wine. French wines are usually right up the alley for food, and this one rocks. This is a $10 kind of hidden wine. This is way better than it should be. I don't know if the wine industry is off 15%. This is a wine they would have put under their own name. They put their own name on the bottle, but this would have been their own release, and they went on, and stores weren't buying new wines. So, hey, Trader Joe's, we got a wine for you. So I don't know. I made that part up. I'm thinking because of the quality of the wine that this isn't your usual $10 wine. So if you see it, it's very colorful, yellows and reds and pink. It's a good wine. It's the Table Santa Barbara Red 2024 from Field Recordings. This is a really good wine. So adios, keep it cheap. Domain Dave, cheapwinefighter.com. I'll be talking to you. I think I've got a cheap, vintage dated cava, which is a fun thing. So adios, keep it cheap. I'll be talking to you.